I don't think he can hear anybody.
Can you hear us, Ian?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. David? Yeah.
And I just I'll be able to hear you all of it.
You guys are playing through my TV speakers right now, so I hear you loud and clear when you
That's a
talk.
good call.
Okay, can you also hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hear you just fine.
I still haven't heard Laura, but
Refresh your computer.
She was talking just a moment ago.
I can see her.
Try and get my digital headphones back on the charger. Even though they apparently did not charge last time.
Come out. Please. Okay.
All right. I believe the appropriate term is technical difficulties. So, picking up where we left off, the group to try and drive out the orcs met up with Lucas and his group of people. Finn was captured. After a failed parlay, they compelled a duel. The orc chief accepted. Many people were injured. Zaris went down and did not get back up. There was a outbreak of a fight, and with the help of the refugee fighters and the people that Lucas brought, you guys were able to wipe out the orcs. Zaris appears to have passed away, unless we got to do that D4 and stuff first.
I just rolled it. It came up a 2.
Okay, he's dead.
He did.
Upside down Pepsi.
Someone runs over to try and do chest compressions. They push down, and a little blood just kind of.
Neat.
Yeah.
Big oof.
Okay. The villagers agreed to give you a wagon to use to move the body. And let's see. Rena attacked Tyruk. Barbo was not happy about that. And Lucas seems fairly upset. All right, so picking up from there.
I put Rena to sleep.
Yeah, Rena's asleep for about a minute. And I'm assuming Rena is asleep and picking up from there.
Okay, so are we going to try and get him to Daggerford and then to Waterdeep if nobody can resurrect him?
Yeah, I think that was our plan from last time. I assume that we're holding to that.
Sure.
So are we basically done here, or are we going to search? We've already searched everything.
Yeah. So I believe Laura wrote everything down, right?
Yes. We
Okay.
got 3 longswords, 3 great axes, 2,000 copper, 700 silver, 60 gold. All of that came out for 20 gold for each of us. It was 10 gold, not 60 gold. Anyway, 20 gold for everybody.
No, it was 60 gold pieces.
are we gonna basically all hop in the wagon and try and?
Honestly.
And go save. Oh crap, that's not a good way of saying it either. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, as far as I know, we're just gonna load up the last wagon and head out, right? Out of curiosity, what happened to that chieftain's sword?
I have it. Well, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Tyrook, he comes up to you guys all blustery. He's like, your teammate attacked me. I thought, what is wrong with her? He's like,
Lots
I
of
have a
things.
good mind to tell Borbo to rip her in half.
I don't have the
Okay.
patience for you
Oh.
right now. We don't quite know, but she's asleep now, so leave it be.
Most unorthodox.
It's just like Trim has like this dead look in her face.
Careful, she strangles people.
Short but terrifying.
And you're about the right size for her to strangle.
All right, so let's pile Rena in the back of the wagon too, since she's asleep. And does one of us want to go to Lucas and say, can you go with us so that we can try and get him resurrected?
I actually kind of assumed that he was coming with us regardless.
You see Lucas kind of, he seems to have like drawn within himself. He's not really talking, but he's got a similar 1,000-yard stare. And he's just standing by the wagon, looking over Zaris.
I'll tell him to hop on the wagon. Come on, mate. Let's get up on here. Let's go.
Who's got the best animal handling skills so they can get in the wagon and start going?
Without saying a word, Lucas also climbs in the back. So you guys had what, 4 horses?
Apparently, I have expertise in animal handling, or I'm skilled in it at least.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we had 4 because we didn't get
Yeah,
the
we
fifth
have
one.
4.
Because you doubled up on Trim riding with somebody.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Using the supplied harness and tack, you'd be able to hook up 2 of those horses.
Okay, let's hook
That
up
works.
2 of the horses and have Trim start heading off, and then Abbott and I can ride the other 2.
Okay, so that means Trim's driving. Rena's asleep in the back. Abbott and Finn are on their own horses, and Zaris is a corpse.
This is gonna
And
go great.
is on there as well. Right.
Okay, so
So you can sit up front with Trim.
now, are you talking about Lucas? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't seem really responsive right now. He's just kind of sitting in the back.
Oh, okay. Nobody else really got injured or anything, right?
No, you've all been injured in.
Well, I meant
Yeah.
gravely injured. Like our group was the only real group that took casualties, or
Among the refugee fighters, a couple of them were hurt pretty badly, and Borbo and Tyrook would appear fine, except for that blow that Rena gave him. And Borbo, he's a little battered, but he seems fine.
okay. If anybody else needs to ride with us or anything like that, then we can load them up as well. But like if anybody's needing immediate medical,
Yeah. Well, you do see Egon going around to the various refugee fighters and doing some like minor first aid, enough to where they'll recover. They may not necessarily be you know chipper in the morning, but they'll survive. He walks. Egon walks over to the wagon, and he taps Lucas on the shoulder, and he kind of like leans in and whispers something. Um, if you guys wanted to eavesdrop on that, you'd have to do a perception check.
I am asleep, so I cannot hear.
Ooh. What's the base 15 plus 4 or 5? Perception? Oh, 21.
Okay.
Wow.
Plus
So he's basically just reassuring him that he'll make sure everything goes over well here. Make sure like the townsfolk don't like suffer to a counterattack or something like that over the next few days. Like just get everyone ready.
Okay.
So at this point it's like very late in the night or extremely early in the morning, however you want to think about it. And this is when you guys set out.
Cool. Nothing can go wrong.
So do you guys remember how long I said it took you to travel?
Half a day to a full day?
Yeah, I think it was half a day to Daggerford.
That was on regular horse. Like with the cart, you have to go slower.
So it's probably a day.
Yeah. Well, lucky for you, you're starting early.
Lucky us. I don't think we slept in 2 nights.
This is the first night that you haven't slept. So,
Speak for yourself.
okay, yeah. Actually, I think sleep only lasts a minute, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know if that means I
last a
necessarily
minute
wake
or
up.
until the person wakes up.
No, I mean,
Woke up.
technically, if you wanted to wake up, you could.
So, nighttime.
Staying asleep.
Yeah, I don't think you can choose when you wake up like that.
For the sake of a magic sleep spell, it only lasts a minute. So you technically can choose to wake up at the end of a minute.
Oh.
It's like you're in the REM where like the light's shining in through the window and you could wake up or you could choose to roll over.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a thing of exhaustion from using frenzy, so anyway, so
Fair enough.
Okay, so you guys are traveling, everyone riding a horse or pulling a cart, do an animal handling check.
I'm sleeping.
14.
14.
Trying to find the. Sorry, I'm trying to order pizza as well. That falls under there. This 11.
Okay, you all succeed.
Good.
I feel like I was very, very close on not.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
So you all have various, backgrounds involving animals. So controlling these horses on the beaten path southward through by the Delaware River and through the Misty Forest isn't too difficult. It seems that Abbott, he's been affected by his wounds a little bit, so he's having to struggle a little harder than the rest of you, but he's managing to keep up.
Apparently, being knocked out is like really bad for your health.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Maybe you're just a wee bit punch drunk.
You probably have a concussion.
Yeah, apparently you only get about 6 or 7 of those, and that's about the time that you should call it quits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense that they would put a number on it, but I both think it's too high and too low at 7.
I'm sorry,
Well,
I kind
to
of
be
zoned out a
fair,
little bit. We
me
talked about
personally,
concussions.
that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris, what'd you say?
I said I zoned out for a little bit. Was trying to figure out if we were talking about concussions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, had to do a whole section on concussions when I was getting my master's degree
Well, I'm on
and
number
brain
5.
damages.
I can also attest to concussions are not good for your health.
I imagine
Yeah.
so.
I probably have gotten one before in football, but who knows?
I got one from skiing.
I don't think I ever had one.
I was thrown from a horse once and landed on my head. That probably counted for one.
Ooh.
But anyway, so you guys have been traveling through the morning, and you get to about the center of the misty forest. Can everyone make a wisdom save?
Wisdom.
It's a big place. Ooh. And not natural 20.
Very bad.
16.
Oh wait, I think I might get something for wisdom saves.
Clearly, I need some L because I got 6 and I have a +4.
Jeez.
I wrote down that I have a +1 to all saves. That's probably gone now.
No, you have a ring of protection, remember?
Haha. 21.
So can I ask what this save is for?
For all the people who are awake and watching,
I got a 4 anyway.
so you got a 6, right, Abbott?
That's right.
And then what did Finn get?
16.
Okay, yeah. So Abbott, in his slightly incoherent state, you see some very in the early mornings, like through the misty grounds of the misty forest, you see a couple of bobbing lights that catch your attention.
Guys?
None of the rest of you don't see this.
Oh, okay. Great.
Interesting.
So I'm the only one who says it, you said?
Yep. They seem to like be moving quickly through the trees, like up and around. It's like they're almost like they're dancing lanterns, is what you would think. Like someone, like almost like a kid playing with a lantern. He's like twirling it back and forth.
Finn, are you still over there beside me?
Am I what?
Are you over like near me? Because you're on horseback as well, right?
Yeah, I'm on horseback, but you're probably on one side and I'm probably on the other of the cart.
Okay. I think all of the collective hangovers are hitting me at once. I'm going to slowly kind of migrate the horse over towards Finn and just kind of like with the saddle reins, I'm just going to take them, just kind of hand them to him and be like, I haven't had enough to drink to ride this horse.
All right. Well, if I can grab the reins and or we can tie the horse off to the cart, can't we? To the back of the cart.
If you want.
Probably not a bad idea either. I'm just worried that if something does happen, then like we need to make a split. It'll be fine, probably.
What could go wrong?
Don't say
Right.
that.
Ask Finn if he has any of that L left that he had asked for the other day. Yesterday, actually.
No, I drank it all. He's turning into a drunk. He's got a good teacher.
Teenage alcoholism.
And by elf standards, he's like a toddler. Just like on the life percentage.
Nice.
So I apologize for this, but as a quick aside, in second edition and I'm gonna say third edition, maybe 3.5 as well, elves do not go through adolescence until they're like 50 to 70 years old.
Right.
But in fifth edition, they were like, nah, we're gonna throw that by the wayside. And
Yep.
elves through adolescence at the same time that humans do.
They
Yep.
don't
Which is wild.
need to specify.
Eric, I can barely hear you.
It's a weird thing to specify.
Oh, they do it with all races.
They get really, really into stuff in second edition. It is insane.
So is that all you do when you see these lights, Abbott?
I mean, I'm pretty enchanted by them, but at the same time, I'm just like, nobody else seems to be reacting to them or acknowledging their presence.
I mean, you haven't pointed them out though, right?
No, I haven't. I'm definitely very put off by them. I keep watching them.
Okay. So as the sun gets higher in the sky, you keep watching them, and they seem to be following you a little bit. Again, Trim and Finn have not noticed. They keep their eyes forward, but like once the sun gets high enough to where it starts to hit the sections of the ground in that general area, they seem to like be lost in the sunlight.
I'm gonna kind of towards Ben again and be like, dude,
Say again.
I said I'm gonna kind of lean towards Finn again and just be like, way too many lights in that forest.
Woof.
I think we got dogs barking back and forth to each other.
Who all has a dog? Out of curiosity.
Christopher does. I do. Ian does.
All right, so what was that you said to me?
Oh, I'm gonna kind of lean over again and be like, dude, there are way too many lights for that forest.
All right, so we're in a clearing with the right as we're traveling.
Yeah,
along
you've
the
reached
road.
the clearing where you guys all originally met, except for Rena.
So I'm gonna send a.
And the sun has gotten high enough to where it's probably like 10 o'clock in the afternoon, and Rena wakes up. I mean, not afternoon, morning.
Cool.
I'm going to.
I wake up with a yawn and ask where all the orcs went.
You killed him.
You also
No,
wake up.
I don't say that.
You also wake up to Zars's body.
Oh,
Oh shit, we brought that with us. Guys, why am I in a cart with a dead body?
I glance over at the others.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go towards the forest. Well, no. I'll
I guess nobody's just gonna answer.
I'll give Abbott the reins of my horse, and I'm just gonna stop in the road and let the cart go up a little bit, and then I'm going to.
Are you getting off the horse?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
off the horse.
horse riding cowboy?
I don't have any key left, do I? I'm gonna try and stealth into the woods to check out and see if I can see anything about these lights that he said.
Okay. While you're doing that, the more immediate.
I'm gonna tell Rena. Since nobody else is answering, we're going to Daggerford. You were asleep.
No, I think I remember. I was there when I remember seeing Zara's die, but I don't remember much after that.
Did somebody hit her in the head? Is that what happened?
She got hit by an orc after like the grand rush happened, and that's when she berserked.
Somebody hit you, and that's probably when you blacked out.
Yeah, you guys started fighting. You broke the rules of the duel. Everyone started
No.
fighting each other.
Rena, I was right by you.
Why'd you guys break? Why'd you do that?
That's not a question. That's a Lucas question.
Yeah, we're not accepting.
But you guys went with it.
at the moment.
They were attacking us?
No, I think we were attacking them.
You saw Egon throw a hobgoblin from a battlement,
Yeah.
and the orc shouted betrayers. They seemed really irritated when Lucas ran into the fight. And then that Egon throwing a hobgoblin off the battlement seemed to be like the final straw.
Why you guys break? Why'd you guys break the rules?
I'm just not responding anymore.
Why did we attack them? They trusted us. We were gonna help fix their home.
Is anybody else listening to Rena?
No, because I stopped and
Finn's not there.
Finn walked away.
Zaris is listening in spirit.
I'm just gonna hunch my shoulder, like I'm gonna over the reins and just keep going.
I was trying to figure out why Finn handed him the reins to his own horse, and then Abbott handed the reins to his horse earlier.
So you basically just traded horses.
I
No.
don't know what's happening here anymore.
Okay, so Abbott has 2 horses. He thinks he has 4.
I'm trying to
That's
figure
Not
out
not mechanically, but you know.
or on my head, but my hands are full with horse reins, and I'm being like tied off, or I'm already tied off to the cart. So I'm pretty much just really, really freaking out of it at the moment. I'm trying to stay on my horse without falling down.
Okay. So, Ian, what did you want to do exactly about those lights?
I'm just gonna go into the woods and see if I can find out what he's talking about.
This is such a poor plan.
Okay, so
Go wrong.
make a wisdom save.
Well, now I got a 6.
So you begin to see the things that Abbott was talking about. It seems like there's a couple of little orbs of light that seem to be like bouncing around through the trees. You know, like they'll land on one, and then it'll stop for a second, then it'll jump off the tree and spin around it real fast, and then shoot off in a direction, and then it'll meet another one, and like they'll spin around each other.
Are they coming near me, or are they just in the distance?
So since you went into the forest line, at this point they they don't seem to be actively moving towards you, but they are within like 50 feet.
Okay. So if I move towards them, what do they do?
How close do you try to get?
Mm, within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet?
Yep.
Okay. Are you trying to sneak up?
Yes.
Okay, roll stealth.
8.
Okay. So, as you approach, they seem to like shift in colors a little bit. They were like a kind of like a neutral yellow, but they almost shift to like a cool blue, and and like they stop moving around so quickly and just kind of start to slowly come towards you.
Okay. At that point, then I want to use Awaken Mind to see if, um, and ask them if they're friendly or not.
Can you read to me Awakened Mind, please?
You can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you if it understands at least one language.
Okay. What language do you try to use, or does that not matter?
It doesn't matter. So
Okay.
I just want to tell it that we're not here to hurt it if they're not there to hurt us.
You hear like kind of like a wispy kind of voice, and it's like, "We don't hurt."
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, then
Who are you?
at that point, then, do I think that it is telling the truth?
Insight.
That is a 23.
How insightful.
You think that? Hold on. This is a proper use of this feature. So, you think that that they seem pretty honest. Uh, in the like they said, we don't hurt, and they don't seem to be trying to give you a falsehood.
Okay, so they don't seem aggressive at all or anything like that.
No, like and they like continue. It's like, who are you?
All right.
That's why I can't go near Chuck E. Cheese.
At that point, I'm going to basically sprint out of the woods and catch up to the cart.
Wait,
Back on the horse.
come back.
We have to save our friend. Or try.
Come
He
back.
sprinted away.
Come back. And like it's as you get further away, the voice gets deeper and like not deeper, but like softer until you can't hear it.
Okay. And then once I get back on the cart and back on the horse, I tell Abbott I don't think they're I don't think your lights are going to hurt us.
I kind of want to cast dancing lights in the trees.
What did you say?
I'm going to cast dancing lights on the edge of the trees.
Uh-huh.
I just have them kind of follow along with whatever other lights are there at the moment.
You cast dancing light on the trees and it does what?
Barely hear you, man.
I'm going to try casting dancing lights and have them kind of go through the trees and play with the other lights.
Okay. What's the range on that?
I think the initial is 60 feet. 120 feet. Concentration,
Yeah.
1 minute.
Okay, so the dancing lights that you create are more are similar to these little orbs of light, but whereas these seem to have like a hard edge to them that emits a soft glow, the dancing lights don't seem to really be contained in like a physical substance.
But the other lights do.
The orb lights appear to be
Okay.
more solid.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Marina's on the cart, right?
Yep, she's awake now.
Okay, good. I'm just gonna be like, Marina. Um,
Hmm?
Do you have anything for head issues, like birds in that shit?
Head issues?
Uh-huh.
Like, did you get hit in the head?
Uh, I think I either need something or I need a drink, and I don't have any drinks.
I mean, I guess I can cure wounds on it. It's really hurting you that badly. So are you in pain?
I think I'm seeing things.
Seeing things.
Uh-huh.
Has Finn come back?
Am I back yet?
You said you came sprinting back, so I would say yes.
Okay. I said it's okay, Habit. I saw them too. They don't appear like they're gonna attack us, but they wanted us to stay. I don't know if they can help us or not, but they don't seem to be hindering.
Trim is there to hear this too, because like this is like at the cart, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Trim and Rena hear about what Finn just said.
Do we know what these things are?
Dancing lights.
Do we notice them as some sort of
So
visual?
Abbott and Finn make a nature check.
9 for me.
No, you don't.
We don't have things like that in the monastery.
Actually, 19.
A 19?
Yeah, 18 plus 1.
Okay, so you remember like a child story like that someone told you of the of dancing lights in the woods. They were, you know, the spirits of naughty boys and girls who got lost and never got out of the forest, which is why you shouldn't run away.
Oh. Okay, well, I will.
Now that's the story that you've heard. You don't, you know, that may be a folk tale, that may not be.
Based on other stuff, would I be able to identify those more or less as willow wisps at that point?
That's the story that you were told.
Okay, I just meant as far as like the lights themselves.
If you wanted to piece that together, you could.
Okay.
You at a 19, you would be able to figure that out.
Okay. I'll be like, because at first I was gonna be like, kind of like leaning towards the arena and being like, I think Finn hit his head too. But if that's the realization that I come to, then I'll just be like, oh, like Will o' the Wisps, and kind of explain that as people need to find out. I
I'm
don't know.
gonna
Does
turn.
everybody know what that is? Huh?
I don't. Laura knows.
Laura knows about will-o-wisp?
Um.
So, tell Finn about them, or do you just do we know?
I will. I'll kind of explain to Finn, explain that they're more or less, if I remember right, more or less spirits of the dead that passed away in weird ways. If I remember that correctly. Like the D&D versus the actual.
Fair enough.
So Finn looks at Abbott and says, "So that can they help Zaris?"
I don't think so. They can't even really help themselves. So
All right. Well, let's keep going then.
yeah, they're not going to be able to help SARS.
Hmm.
And there's a chance that if Zaris was confused or got lost in these woods, his spirit would have became one.
Well, let's hope not.
Yeah, that would become weird and awkward. It's not the way I want to see it again.
That's a will-o-wisp?
Yeah, that'd be crappy. That'd be like seeing him like a ghost again. That'd also be kind of weird.
I'm gonna let out like a really long sigh and just be
Well-
like, can we just please get to Daggerford?
Well, you're the one driving the cart that all the horses are connected to.
I do because Finn got off.
I guess we continue on, right?
Yep.
You say it, so we do it.
So we'll stick to the road and keep going.
Okay, so you guys don't like stop for a rest in the clearing. You just want to keep going straight on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay. Okay, so you get through the clearing, and you're going down this now very familiar winding road. You get supported that caravan that was headed. Would feel
Logan, I think we were losing you a bit.
Yeah, you're losing you. I don't hear anything.
Come back.
and
Oh, there.
Oh,
Oh,
you guys again.
oh, it's jumping around.
Yeah, you might need to refresh your page, Logan.
Oh, it's weird.
Anybody else have a feeling that he said, "Can you all hear me?"
refreshed.
There we go.
Back to normal.
Yeah,
Oh,
never back
weird.
to normal.
Yay, welcome back.
It's like he's jumping around.
So it seems like a lifetime ago, you guys were traveling down this road together. Escorting those caravan people when you had just met Finn.
I do not know of such things.
Nope.
So you pass underneath the cool canopy. Even though the sun has reached its midday point, the misty forest is true to its name, and there's still like a thick level of fog that rolls across the bottom. And eventually, you guys break through to the other side, and you're on that the rolling hills that connect to where you can see the ocean. I'm going to turn on my light. Now I can see.
Can go.
So we
So-
are heading in the correct direction, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the trade way is fairly smooth. You don't encounter too many problems on it until you see the familiar surrounding graveyard and low city wall that is Daggerford.
Once we get close, I'm gonna. Once we can see it, I'm gonna ride ahead and try and get up to the gate and try and determine if we have anybody that can resurrect Zaris.
Okay, so at this point in the late evening, as you come riding up on your horse, you see two guards, and I assume that you're going at least a trot, and like once you get within a certain distance, they kind of like level them their spears at you and say like, "Halt! Who is it? Who goes there?"
I'm just gonna tell them it's me. We're back. We need a healer that can resurrect.
Who is me?
Finn.
The famous
Finn.
Finn.
Oh my gosh, we've done like 6 times.
We've got a dead body with us.
Grab
We're
your highest level
travelers.
cleric.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
I said grab your highest level cleric and bring him here. We need somebody resurrected.
Can we even afford that?
Make a persuasion roll.
You got this.
How much is this going to cost?
16.
Okay. They raise their spears up and say the highest level cleric would be in the church. Father Mayhew. He's probably still there. And they wave you through.
Okay. I'm gonna have the horse. Now, do we remember where the church was? Or we were at the church, weren't we?
I don't think you guys ever went to the church. You guys were more hanging around.
I did.
Oh, I did. Didn't we go together because we were looking at the records?
You went to the. Oh yeah, because there was 2 sets of records. There was the.
There was the town hall.
Which had the death certificates on the people. No, wait.
It was
The
the other
church. The church had the records of buried people, and the town hall had the records for merchant permits. Okay. Yep. Okay. I remember now.
I was about to say, I totally talk to people about religion.
I don't recall which one I went to.
I think you went to a guy's basement and killed rats.
Good times.
That was the second time we were there.
Okay.
Pest control.
So you guys are ushered in through the gate. So the town has been hustling around the recent fires, and the riot that happened has kind of had people shaken up. So there's this air of tension as you ride through, and you do see some reconstruction going on. You were able to find the church, not too big of a problem. This isn't water deep.
Fair enough.
Are we all there?
Yep.
Well, definitely the cart, and definitely Finn. I'm assuming Abbott went too.
You're right. But yeah, I'm there.
Okay. So you pull up to this church. It's definitely a small town kind of church. It's the nicest building in the place except for the government building. It is dedicated to let's see, I forgot to do my homework, and You know, oh, sorry guys, I'm being a bad DM and not remembering the names of gods. Anyway,
I did not memorize the whole
Oh,
pantheon.
let me go back
Like
in my notes
40
real quick.
gods.
okay. It's just, I watch some shows and they've got the entire pantheon memorized and then they add in their own and then
That ain't us, yo.
Our standards are not that high.
it's in the PHP, not the DMG.
I only wrote down that I met the church guy named Cecil and that their burial practices involve buried with linen wrap in simple wooden box held together with adhesive and ropes.
Okay.
Pretty sure mine just leaves people out to get taken over by nature or something. I don't know.
All right then. Cecil Mayhew is there. Gotta
I have a very important question.
Yep.
Egon that we were dealing with like the orcs is not the same Egon that was chasing Free, was it?
He was.
Son
Whoa.
of a bitch.
The dude who was chasing. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that guy.
Who?
I should have punched him in the face multiple more times.
Me too.
Oh, he's being punched in the face. Okay, I'll be right back after he's about to. I'm gonna pause.
I'm just like going through my notes.
Wait, who is this?
He
Egon
chased
Merce.
our goblin friend.
He was an NPC that the rest of the group had encountered earlier. They had adopted / kidnapped / enslaved a goblin, and they went into the Banner's, the Baron's house, and they did not bring Free with them. When they came out of the house, Free was gone, and they went looking around. Free had escaped the city. It seemed, and they heard a screaming sound, and out from the forest came running Free with Egon chasing him, trying to kill him.
Yep. And
So
he was
they-
wearing his father's armor.
Yep.
Nice.
His
Poor goblin.
yeah, the group stopped him and carried him to the guards and said, like, he was trying to kill a goblin. It's like, it's not a crime to kill a goblin.
That's right.
Is it a crime? I don't know.
Yeah.
Goblins.
And Abbott broke his armor. He was very upset. Trim fixed his armor. He was very thankful. And then you guys didn't see him again until he joined up with you guys with Lucas's forces.
And we all failed to remember him.
He remembered you guys.
Oh.
He said,
I don't think I was like,
sorry.
I don't think I was actively there when we met him. Like Trim was, but Laura wasn't.
Possibly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because it was the same night that they tried to
Got
raid the camp, and then Finn got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good times when we were all alive and hanging out together.
Good times. Like Weekend at Bernie's, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my god, if we spared the dying Zarus' body, we can just do that the entire time.
Well, you guys don't know that spell.
I know. It's kind of depressing now.
Okay, so Laura, this is for your notes.
Oh.
Goddess is Shatuna. CHAUNTEA. Shunti.
CHATU
CHAUNTEA.
Tuna.
UN.
Shanti.
That sounds familiar. Hmm.
CHAUNTITEA.
Here, I'll type in the chat.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Laura. Just some spelling.
There we go.
Tay.
With English, I do an okay job. With everything else,
This is
debatable.
English-ish.
I
I probably have a better time with German.
So when we get to the church and
Spreche de Deutsch. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
what?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
The church?
Be right back. Who's at the door?
Okay, so and you walk up to the church. Like I said before, it's the nicest building in the town, barring the government building. Especially since you guys burned down the manor house.
There.
Well, you guys didn't burn it down. The riot did.
We
Debatable.
were actually innocent for once.
There's a sheaf of grain as the symbol on the door.
I'm back.
Okay. Has the father acknowledged us already?
You
No,
guys,
we haven't gone
you
inside
guys
yet.
just pulled up to the door. And you're about to walk in. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off and like basically book it for the door. And
Okay.
Not necessarily go bursting in. I'll try to have a modicum of respect, but I'm definitely gonna open up the door and try to be the first one in there. And
So kind of like one of those 3 knocks where you just open the door on the 3rd knock.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay. You swing open the door. It's a single room. It's kind of like moderately appointed. There's like there's more iconography of agriculture, whether it be like grain or plant various kinds of plant life, like like roses and stuff like that. There's a couple of parishioners. They don't seem to be like too set off by what you're doing. Trim, who is walking up with you, recognizes the gray-haired, balding man towards the front as the father Cecil Mayhew.
Do we bring the body in with us?
Ah.
Do you bring the body in with you?
It's still in the cart.
No, yeah, I'd leave in the cart.
So I'm going to not run up to him, but I would call it a range walk, but I don't know if that means anything to you. So
You
very
call it what?
range walk,
Like speed walking?
effectively, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna quickly go up to him and be like, Father, don't know if you can do this or not, but our friend has passed away. We're trying to get him resurrected, and we also need some wine, if you have wine.
Lime?
Wine, like grapes make wine.
What do you
Wine.
need wine for?
Because all the bars are closed.
No, they're not. There's the one bar in town, and it never closes.
Fair enough.
Well, that's good, but we're not there right now, are we? They might have alcohol, but they don't have a way to bring back our friend.
Abbott wants to be a concerned friend, but he's also an alcoholic.
Priorities.
It's kind of like, you hope to rescue the person next to the thing that you actually want.
They're equal level right now.
Cecil, he turns around and he greets you. It's like, oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. that is some high level magic, and it's very involved. Do you have the materials? Because I'm afraid I don't have them on hand.
Um,
What does it call for?
yeah, I'm just gonna look at him like I don't know what materials you're talking
He looks down towards Trim. He says like, well, a single diamond of 500 gold pieces.
I don't even think if we all pull
How
our
long
gold.
did your friend die? Do you have the body?
about. 6 hours ago in the card outside.
Still sort of fresh.
Actually, it's closer to like 16 at this point.
Oh, okay.
Because this is like
Yeah.
evening.
Y'all,
forgot
we
we
don't
had
have 500 gold.
What does Lucas have on him?
No one's asked him.
Damn.
No one's asked him, and he's still in the back of the cart.
Adam, go mug Lucas.
Mug the guy who just lost a student. There you guys go.
This
Hey,
is
did
Dave's
we-
tutor.
Ever sell the gemstones from the manor?
Yes, you did a 1-for-1 trade with Waylon.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you guys got health potions out of it.
Ooh. Yeah, I forgot that. Because I was just like, wait, did we have time to? Yeah, that's right.
I don't think we're gonna have the money, y'all.
Can we call in some favors?
Well, it depends on what Lucas brought with him.
How much money did Zaris have on him?
Chris?
Nobody reached for his pocket.
How much money did I have? Let me pull up Zaris's character sheet.
I'm assuming that Abbott goes and talks to Lucas. He pulls out a very small coin pouch, and he shoves it into your hands.
How much
Okay.
is in it?
32 gold pieces.
We're not gonna have enough gold, guys. And if we
We're gonna
pull
make it
all of our
I think I got like 80.
I have 85.
How do you have that much?
Oh, I have 85.
Not really
Oh,
many
wait, never
expenses,
mind.
yeah.
I got 90 gold.
So we got 90, 80, 80,
How much you got, Finn?
20.
Abbott?
Are we counting the 20 that we just got?
Yeah. Or you got 30.
We got 30?
Wait.
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay, so Lucas had 32 gold pieces.
Uh-huh.
I'm going left to right on my screen here. Lucas had how much? No, not Lucas.
Zars.
Zaris,
90.
90. And Finn had
The 30 we just got.
30. And then Abbott had
I was at 20, now I'm at 50. That's not including Lucas, that's the 30 that we just got.
yeah. Okay, and Rena had
80.
okay. And that leaves Trim at 85.
Yeah.
Okay. How much is that?
367.
Oh, that's so sad. It's like I just like have the mental image of you guys like pouring out all of your pockets.
But we're doing it in front of the top.
It smells like broke.
But, okay. Can I go talk to, or can somebody go talk to Waylon? I'll do it if you all don't care. I just,
Oh, hold up. They've got 7 gemstones, each worth 10 gold, so add 70 to that.
Okay.
We only need 70 more?
Yeah.
and we all the swords and everything. Not to mention the It wasn't adamantium. What were the weapons that were melted into the hunks?
That was some very poor quality adamantine because they went through the fire.
Okay. Even still, it should be worth something. It's still, you know,
We
even
have
if it's poor
okay.
quality, it's still adamantium. So
We have good quality 3 long swords and 3 great axes.
that's what I was going to say. We need to see Waylon real quick and see if he's going to buy anything or help us out any. For
What if he's not open?
We'll
his
find
shop
out.
might not be open, but Waylon surely is open to this. I could deal.
How long do we have for this spell?
Okay, looking it up.
And then I have a very serious question for everybody.
Yeah. 10 days.
Are we this
Give me a
is going to
silly
sound
answer.
harsh. This is Laura, not Trim. Are we willing to dump all of our money to where we are all flat broke?
So I don't really use money for anything, to be honest.
Finn would.
I don't really have much use for money being a barbarian cleric.
A D6 for Finn. That's inspiration. It's like
Did we lose him again, or did?
oh, everyone else is like,
No.
is like not for it. That's still a very in character thing for Rena to do.
Yeah, I'm still sitting on 2 inspiration dice.
Oh, you
chance
can't
to-
have. You have 2.
Yeah,
You get one.
we've got 2
Yeah.
total.
Only one.
So being so damn inspirational.
Okay, I guess I got 1 then. I had 1 from when I screwed up everyone trying to be sneaky in the bar.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, where you just walked in.
Yeah, good times.
Can
Then
you
they
do
only
the
have
little silent chat thing with me, real quick, Logan?
A whisper.
Yep.
Whisper.
Would I know anybody in the monastery that might be able to resurrect him?
So resurrection spells are for clerics, certain bards, and paladins. You come from mostly monks, right? Monks and warlocks
And fighters. Yeah.
and fighters. So you're the kind of magic that they do study there is not really resurrection magic.
Okay. Just thought I'd check.
Kind of a dick sometimes. But even like example with free, can you all even hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, hey,
There
Ian,
wasn't
I
a-
hear you, can't see you.
There it goes.
they've returned.
So even like with free, he was still trying to help free and be like help free get better. So somebody who's actually one of his friends, he's going to go as far as he can
Yeah.
and to bring that person back or to do whatever he can for that person. So
Okay. You guys done being sneaky, I guess?
All right, so do we try and sell everything and get him resurrected, or?
We don't really have enough to sell, I don't think.
You did just get a bunch of stuff from the orc camp.
Do we have enough?
We got the long swords.
We have to find out great axes,
all right, so it looks like
some
it's
other
time
things.
to visit our friend the merchant.
Yeah, all right. Because I have written down along with those swords and great axes a weird kind of
Potion
a
of green
glass jar.
liquid, and then
Yep.
a container filled with viscous clear fluid.
Yep, and the chief's sword.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so you guys, you scoop up your money and you walk outside. Uh, what do you guys do once you leave the building?
I guess we walk to, well, we have that mini conversation of, okay, we got to go sell everything so we can bring Zaris back.
I guess we'll kind of bundle stuff up and walk off with it towards Wayland.
Okay.
Food and stuff.
Yep, you head to the food and stuff.
Food and stuff.
So, considering that it's how late it is in the evening, there's not too many people on the street. You do see the occasional guard walking around. It appears like they've upped security a little bit since the riot. And you get to Wayland's, and you do see some lights on inside.
I'll knock on the door. By the way, Lucas is still with the cart, right? He's not with
Yes,
us?
Lucas has not left the cart.
Okay, cool. That's making sure that somebody was there with the cart. So I'll knock on the door.
Yep.
And unless it opens. If it doesn't open, then I'll knock. If it opens, I'm just going right in.
The door opens with a creak, and in there you see this gnome. You've all met him before, except for Rena and Zaris, but Zaris isn't there.
There in body.
Huh?
He's there in body.
Yeah. You guys stroll across the room. He recognizes you. He says like, oh, hello, hello. It's like, did you have a good trip? Did that ring I gave you work out?
No, sometimes. Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Would it be possible to call in a couple of favors? And we need to
Favors?
check some things.
He gives you kind of like a,
So you remember how there was that riot and nobody broke into your shop?
Yes, and I gave Trim a ring and Rena a talisman.
So we
Yeah.
kind of have an emergency of our own, actually. Our other friend, the tiefling, isn't with us anymore in spirit.
So where'd he go?
He did.
He died.
However,
I'm sorry for your loss.
we're trying to get together everything that we need for the father. Crap, out of character, I don't remember his name. Father, yeah, to cast a resurrection spell to bring back our friend. It requires a diamond worth 500 gold, and we have. This isn't the right, I promise. But we have weapons, and we have some gold, and we're trying to make sure that we can combine the two to end up with a diamond worth the amount needed. So, any way you can help us out with this?
Well, I don't have a diamond that large, but I can liquidate your assets, possibly. If I have to do a turnaround, but I'm looking for items.
That would be helpful. And I just
That'd be
start
awesome.
putting everything up on the on the thing.
Just make the trim walking up with these long swords on the counter as they
Yeah. Okay.
Please,
somebody
sir.
else plays a great actress
You
up there.
saved my friend.
The more I think about it, it's really helpful that you guys have the cart, considering the amount of stuff that you guys have now. And
I was going to buy a bag of holding.
The key word is there is word.
Yeah.
No bag for you.
I would like to point out, instead of a bag of holding, you now have a cart of holding. And that was a lot more.
So,
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we can sell the cart too.
I'm gonna wind up back at Bobbles and being like, I'm broke again.
Maybe we should have actually put the horses, and then we could actually sell the horses at this point.
Well, technically, we're supposed to bring the horses back.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
leave.
We can't do that now. Well, we can, but we can't just sell the horses as like an asset, basically.
Yeah. So in a very cartoony way, Trim just starts pulling out these giant two-handed weapons.
Jesus.
Yep.
It's like, oh, okay. So you took on orcs, did you?
Yeah.
Looking at the make of the weapons. Um, see, for both of these, you're offering him all of the stuff, right?
Everything except for the captain or the chief's sword at the moment. We'll get to that here in a moment.
I put up the weapons for right now.
Just the weapons, the
Yeah.
plain old weapons.
Yeah.
Did I say great axe or great? Great sword or long swords.
Long swords, great axes.
Okay.
I would think I'd money if you said great swords.
30. How many of each again? Sorry.
3 each.
3 each. For this whole lot, I do have to make profit. Keep the oil in the lanterns, and I could give you 30 gold pieces.
That's a good start.
We need 60.
Well, we actually need more than that, but I put up.
65?
How much do horses go for?
What's our total at? Like that
We're
we
at
need?
437 right now. I'd like to aim for 70, but I put up the green liquid.
How much do horses sell?
They're not ours.
They should.
So Trim, you offer up the green vial.
Yep.
It's like he sloshes it around. He looks at it. He's like he holds it in front of the oil lantern. He's like, this is interesting.
What
Do
is
you
it?
know what this is?
I don't think we do.
5
yet.
gold pieces.
You do?
I don't think we do.
No one knows what it is. You guys didn't check it.
We don't have that kind of smell.
No, I mean you guys didn't even investigate it.
Oh. I can look at it right now if you want me to.
I would say that let me make sure I don't do this where I screw you guys. Identifying when you don't have the spell.
I gotta be definitely about to just chug it.
Do you do that?
Please don't.
Oh.
No, I don't chug it. I have done that before. Had to chug a spell or whatever.
I'm trying to remember when.
I think it was something of invisibility or something. I think I can't remember. It was in a cauldron or something. It wasn't in this group.
Do you remember what campaign it was?
I think it was when I was playing my thief, a rogue.
Oh, Hob and Rood.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember that exact one.
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm just for right now, so that way we don't get bogged down with it. I'll give it the same attunement rules. You have to spend like an hour or so looking at it, or you get an expert to look at it and they could tell you.
Are you an expert?
I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Oh. That's not bad though.
I'll roll for it.
I too have approximate knowledge of many things.
He offers you 5 gold pieces for the liquid.
What if I had another liquid? I also don't know what it is.
Well, unless I know what it is, I'll offer you 5 gold pieces.
Can I try to identify either one of them?
Do we have an hour?
You technically could just do this tomorrow, but he would close up shop.
Well, I mean, no offense to Lars, but he ain't getting any better. So
So
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long can it's already been? I'm assuming by this point, 18 hours.
How long
So,
are we allowed?
Resurrect Dead is a 10-day time limit.
oh,
okay.
cool.
yeah, so we have plenty of time. It's just more or less at this point, all the way up to this point, the sooner the better. But now it kind of comes down to if we don't do this correctly, then we might not end up with the resources required. So
Fair.
Zars can get good and smelly and rotten before we bring them back.
Okay, so we're gonna give them the weapons, and we're gonna keep the vials. Try to
Yeah.
figure out.
Do you try to sell them the gem pieces?
Oh, yes, please.
oh yeah, we should probably do those as well.
So you guys are able to sell. He offers you half their value.
I would like to counter propose that offer.
That's kind of shitty.
And
I know, I gotta make money.
Hold on.
75% of the value.
Sorry, David, what'd you say?
I would like to counter offer with 75% of their value.
Persuasion check.
Oh, lordy.
Yeah,
Persuasion is +2.
it's not bad.
That's probably going to be a no. I got 8 total.
Yeah, he's like, not everyone coming through town wants to buy gems. They could just collect in a box for too long.
True, but at the same time, they're also gems, so they never go out of style.
We would still, if we only get half, we would still need 70 gold.
Not to mention, with them being gems, they kind of do work just like banknotes.
I offer up a dagger. I don't know how much a dagger costs. I will look it up.
I was gonna ask, how much more do you all have?
Not a lot.
I haven't
That's
kept-
empty my pockets.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him how much a potion he'd take for a potion of climbing.
That's uncommon, right?
That I don't know.
I have an adamantium dagger that's actually in really good shape.
Yeah, that would be valuable.
I will pull it out and show it to him and present it to him.
I'm looking at potion of climbing
Potion of
now.
climbing, it says potion and common.
Okay, it's a
According to
common
D&D
potion.
Beyond. Does not show a cost though.
Oh no, that's associated with something else. Okay, so I gotta start putting markers in my books.
Where's my kitty cat? There he is. Here's my cutie. Sorry. I've got 2 daggers, a featherfall potion, or it's not a potion, it's a token.
Yeah.
Painter's supplies.
He would offer you 25 gold for the potion of climbing.
That's a start.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give him that 25 gold, or give him that.
Okay.
No, that's not him.
A dagger is
You know,
where
I just thought of something, guys. Is there a place in town that sells 500 gold worth of diamond?
I don't know. We
Because
might
that's
have to
the
run
other
to
thing.
Waterdeep.
Well,
2 gold pieces for a dagger. So he would offer you 1 gold piece.
that is true. Where would
I
we even buy
figured.
this diamond from?
Adamantium dagger.
Crap. Mm. So there's no jeweler shop in this town?
It's
Probably
not big
not.
enough to support a jeweler shop.
Darn.
So does that mean we have to go to Waterdeep, or somebody has to go there and come back?
Somebody would have to go to Waterdeep.
How far is that?
2
So
days, 3 days.
on a cart, it took you 2 days to get there.
So
2
if we send
days to go
some
get the
one
gem,
person
2
on
days to
horse,
come back, I guess? Unless we bring him with us.
If it's a single person on a horse, it would be faster.
Or 2 people on horses. Or 3. I mean, we got 4 horses. So.
Well, that's a question of if the horse can do it.
Hopefully the horse can do it. Yeah.
what would he give for a featherfall token?
Okay, so Featherfall token. That is a one-time magic item. I would put that at least uncommon. He'd give you about 50 gold pieces.
Huh,
Jesus.
50?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That
Damn.
does it.
All right, we're good.
Okay, so we're selling gems, the Featherfall token, another assorted stuff we picked up, I guess.
Yeah, we have to sell all the gems, all the weapons, the potion of climbing, my dagger. Well, actually, I could keep my dagger. That wouldn't affect this. But the featherfall token, and we'll have 507. And I'd probably give the 7 to Finn because of his potion.
So, sounds like we can afford it. So
All right.
But now somebody needs to go to Waterdeep.
yeah, we all can. We got plenty of time. He's
Well,
got
let's-
another 9 days left on his stinking corpse.
How much do we have left in general? Because we probably should find somewhere to sleep for the night.
We have 7 gold.
So I thought we needed 70 gold. I got 25 for mine.
We have, after doing all the math, after selling all these things, if we sell the weapons, which is 30, potion of climbing is 25, and the featherfall token is 50. So that's 105 together.
And we needed 70, so we should have 35 left.
No, we don't, because he halved the gems.
Oh, that's right.
Bastard.
Yeah.
So we hit, when we sold the weapons, I was like, oh, we only need like 40 more. And then he halved the gems, and that's when we needed 70 more again, but we hit it. Cooper. Backpack, come here.
for you.
Cooper Cat, you don't belong up there, my buddy.
The Cooper cat?
Hi.
Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
If you altered it for your campaign reasons, that's fine. But I was looking at the resurrection spell, and it says that it needs a diamond worth at least 1,000 gold.
Oh no, that's a higher level spell where you don't need the body.
Oh, okay.
We're using the other, not resurrection, but
Raise dead.
yeah.
Raised it.
Oh, does that mean he gets to be like a zombie?
Yeah.
He technically gonna be undead after this?
Nah.
I thought Raised Dead was an undead
Chris,
creating
do you
skeleton.
want Zaris to come back?
I mean, I'm just trying to check all the stuff.
Now there's an animate that makes something into
A zombie or skeleton.
the
Can
race
we turn Zaris into a zombie?
to life.
Do you want ice cream? Yeah.
Turn him into a skeleton. So,
Or a zombie.
So you guys sold all of that stuff.
okay. So I guess we can head out for Waterdeep, was it right? We have to go to get the diamond?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to find that expensive of a diamond in Daggerford.
Okay, so we got 9 days left to travel. So and it's a 2-day trip, so 4 days there and back. Easy enough.
There was no real reason to drag a dead body around with us.
I mean, where are you gonna put it where no one's gonna do anything to it?
But I don't think everybody has to travel to Waterdeep.
No. I don't see any reason why we have to stay behind either.
That's a good point. 'Cause either way, we're still looking at either 2 days or 4 days, but we're still within the time limit of the 10 days. So,
I mean, unless we're gonna bring the priest with us, I don't think we can. I don't think just having one person go there and back is gonna be any different from all of us going there and back.
Well,
Maybe it'll be a little faster, but
the out of character thing is this. If we don't bring Zaris back, whatever new character might be more to our advantage.
that's a little that's pretty meta.
that's why it's out of character.
Yeah, that's very meta.
That's like the metaest of meta you can meta.
That's like saying, hey, instead of like bringing back our dead friend, let's just find somebody that's better.
All of our party commits suicide all at once, and we proceed to roll up characters that all conveniently are strong against the boss monster.
Or perfect multi-classes that wouldn't work at lower levels but suddenly sync up together.
Jeez.
Nope, we all restart at level 1.
Oh, you guys want to use that roll?
No,
Then we all just like keep re-rolling level 1 characters till we throw bodies at the problem until it's solved.
all right. Everybody else is 9th level.
No, I was laughing.
Okay. I could have sworn I heard some F words and a few other words, but I'm the living room, so.
No, I'm just playing online with a bunch of friends. Alright, love you.
Okay then.
Who was that? Oh, that was Ian.
Are we saying bad words?
Oh, look, it's perfect. It's like it's at that right angle to cast that shine on the camera lens.
Nice flare.
So weave.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a sword?
It is a sword.
I have a sword.
Look, it's just whipping around a sword in D&D, virtual D&D.
I mean, I can't bring it to the store.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
I could do it once.
Yeah.
You can do anything once, right?
Just shove it
Are
down
we
your
bringing
pants,
out our
man.
swords now?
Just hide it.
Anyway,
So I don't see a reason why not just have us all go. Come back, I guess.
It'd be slow.
No, we're not we're not particularly pressed for time, to be honest. 10 days, 4 days there and back.
It's
Yeah,
4 days?
Do we want to just
2 days there,
leave
2
a
days
body
back.
in a cart or in a place in Daggerford?
I don't think you could trust
Okay,
him
I've
to get.
Somebody else.
bad recent experience with bodies.
I'm just gonna put it next to this dumpster. Nobody please disturb.
Unless the father has somewhere for dead bodies. Other
Like a
than
morgue?
grave.
Can you hold on to this for 4 days?
It may start to
Is this-
smell, but please just bear with us.
We better not
Also, we
get
can't afford to
buried
pay
in
you.
the cemetery.
We can't pay you either.
Yeah.
We're all
If
broke.
it costs more than 8 gold.
No, I guess we can take it with us because worst comes to worst, we might be able to find another priest or somebody else that will do it in Waterdeep as well. Which again would save us those 2 days regardless. So, all right. So everybody going to Waterdeep?
I guess so.
All right. Well, who feels okay with sleeping on a cart?
Rena
Not with the
definitely
dead
does.
body.
Well, I
Sorry,
apparently
bud.
already did.
Cool. So let's go that route. If y'all are good with it, and we can just head out tonight.
So, with the 6 bodies that would be on the cart,
Oh, we
you
got
all
orphans too.
what?
I figured we'd take it in shifts.
Well, then that's 4 bodies. So you could fit better than 6, but it's still not really a good fit.
That's okay. Abbott will cuddle up next to Zaros.
I mean, the way this rotates, everyone's gonna have to cuddle up to Zaris at one point.
I think I'd rather the point of exhaustion.
I mean, sleeping next to a corpse might give you a point of exhaustion, anyways.
Valid.
Depends on how many hours it's been.
Or if you're that one lady who kept her corpse of her husband in her bed for so many years.
Feed you to the tigers.
No, not that one.
Carol Baskin.
That bitch. No, there's way too many literary stories about that. I can't think of any of them off the names of any of them off the top of my head.
Okay, so you guys decide this. You are sleeping in the cart, or do you use your last gold to buy a room at the inn?
Yeah. I just sleep it out in the cart. With
Are
the
we
dead
setting
body.
out right now, or are we setting out tomorrow morning?
It's very late in the evening. Like the sun has officially touched the edge of the horizon. It's only going to get darker.
We might as well. How much were the rooms at the inn?
From what you remember, one night was 1 gold piece for a room and a very basic breakfast.
Well,
Why don't we just get 2 rooms? I'm sure quite a few of us can use a long rest.
Can we bring the body in, Zom?
I mean, if he wouldn't count as a person that needs a bed, so
I'm telling you, Weekend at Bernie's, he's just very drunk. Please ignore the smell.
Yeah, I want to see if he actually
Is
does.
somebody gonna steal his body?
You never know.
I mean, we could probably do it with like Ben and I really only about 4 hours of sleep. So if Ben was,
Chris, you must be having so much fun.
I had a message, but I am kind of enjoying this. It's like interactive Critical Role.
That's true. What did we do with Lucas?
he's
He's still in the park.
Oh,
Wait, we did what?
He's still in the
Lucas.
cart.
Oh, he's been with us this whole time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
He shoved a bag of gold into Abbott's hand. That's where you got the 32 pieces.
Nice.
All right, so
Okay.
do we just need one room for the ladies then, and Abbott and I will sleep outside with the cart? Or kind of sleep?
And the
well, I mean, one of us could be in the room, sleeping slash rest, and then 4 hours later we can switch because we're still not doing anything exertational, so it should still count for a long rest. We're not really going out of our way. Plus, I would give us time to identify the other potion.
So we still need the 2 gold for the room, so.
Yeah, more or less. Unless whoever wants to fall into a single round.
All
The big
right.
thing is I
I'm
want to
keeping
make sure
track.
that we can get a room once we get Zaris back, because he's going to need a lot of sleep.
Oh,
And not
he'll sleep when he's dead.
Well, we're at that stage at the moment, but it takes 4 long rests for a character to get back to normal after being brought back. And the story I was thinking of earlier is a rose for Emily.
Wait, I didn't hear that last part.
Rose
Oh,
for Emily.
The story that I was thinking about earlier about sleeping with the dead is
Yeah.
called Rose for Emily.
Never heard of him.
William Faulkner. I think so.
Nope.
I've heard of that.
Okay, so I guess we sleep. Logan.
All right.
Okay.
You go into the bar. It's the tavern owner that you guys recognize, except for Rena. It's the older red-haired gentleman. He's got hairy arms and he's polishing a cup. Yes, what it'll be?
Is this the one that you guys almost got in like legal trouble or something?
Multiple times.
Yep.
Good time.
Almost.
You mean the town?
Yep.
Yeah, this is the town where they almost got into legal trouble multiple times.
Oh, they did get into legal trouble multiple times.
Yep.
It's okay,
Maybe
we
not.
paid them all.
Bring it up.
I could
Not
use
got the
another
gun.
one.
Okay.
We're getting 2 rooms, right, guys?
2 rooms. One for the guys, one for the ladies.
Pardon. 2 rooms.
Oh, you got a weekend of burning this. He just say he's drunk, very drunk. Ignore the blood, please.
He asks you for 2 pieces of gold, one for each room.
Jesus.
Yep.
A basic breakfast will be provided of water and bread.
Okay.
Can I switch out the water and bread just for an L and get liquid bread?
For a silver piece.
Oh, it's worth a shot.
Not enabling your alcoholism right now.
You do what?
We're not enabling your alcoholism right now.
Rude.
Too expensive. Okay.
So you guys,
Man, take the
you sleep through the night. Nothing really happens, and you wake up. The sun seems a little bit redder this day than it was yet. The sky is clear, and you guys wake up for breakfast. You meet down in the hall. You're just given like plain toast.
And not even a loaf.
Well, it's like close to a loaf of toast.
Okay,
You know, sliced and toasted.
I can handle that. You see,
After
barely.
you have your meal of toast, are you guys set out?
I guess so.
All right.
Do you have a player's handbook on you?
I do.
Yeah, who are you asking?
Cost or something?
What do you need?
I can't hear you real well.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna look up the cost of something, but it'll be gone.
Is it ale?
There's like a cat cabell, and I think there's 5 silver pieces for the cat.
Trying to figure.
Because there's a 10 gallon for 5 silver pieces, but then there was a smaller one. I don't remember how much it was.
Okay, for a mug, it's 4 copper pieces. My bad. A gallon is 2 silver pieces.
There we go. That's what we were looking for, was the gallon. Okay, cool. I have
So-
3 silver pieces left, so I will take 1 gallon of ale.
Okay.
I'm
You get a
judging
A
so
little
hard.
barrel, like the keg.
Since you referenced that one so much, I'm going to mark it.
Gotta bookmark the price of alcohol.
I'm sorry, did you see how I was rolling when I was sober?
So yeah, this is actually, according to that same chart, a pretty more than a comfortable inn, because
Yeah.
typically comfort inn is 8 silver pieces. So that would mean you have 2 silver pieces left over for gold. So I'll say that the 1 gold piece is for the bed and the food.
Does that mean we have a nicer meal?
Yeah, you're
Cool.
able to have a nice meal.
Yay.
Okay, so the basic comes with a bed for the night, a mug of ale, and let's see. Okay, a cheese hunk, a loaf of bread, and a mug of ale. Or 2 mugs of ale, my bad.
Oh, what's that happen?
I'll give mine.
Jeez.
Who's not drinking now? Hold on, wait. They come in pints?
Normally.
This just defines mugs.
No, I'm just. It was a Lord of the Rings reference.
Oh no, trust me, I got Lord of the Rings references. This is Aragorn's sword before he gets the Thranduil. I am that nerd.
It's okay. I have a master sword sitting in my closet and a trident hanging on my wall.
You know, surprisingly, I do not have any weapons hanging on the walls of my house.
I'm supposed to
remedy
have
that.
weapons. I have weapons in my house.
Oh no, I have a lot of weapons in the house. I just don't have any on display.
Yeah, same. I've got 2 daggers and a sword.
So you guys are able to have a nicer breakfast than I originally thought.
Hooray!
Yeah, so you get 2 mugs of ale, a loaf of bread, and a cheese hunk to go with your bed for the night.
Is that each or total?
Each. No, wait. Oh, that would be for the room. So you guys would have to split that over the 2 rooms.
Okay.
That's
So Abbott grabs 2 of the mugs, and then I grab the other 2.
And that leaves
My God, what have I done?
I'm gonna slap Finn's.
Approvingly.
I'm gonna slap Finn's wrists and be like, "No," and take them.
He
I'm
needs
gonna
to.
take
He's
one
growing
back
up.
and start downing it.
roll an attack roll. See if you actually hit. And if you don't grab them out of his hand.
No, she'll
Damn
probably
it.
trickle you. Watch out.
Damn it! It's a 1.
So
Oh,
Matt,
you spilled it.
Strangling him.
you just completely fall on the floor as Finn watches you on the floor and drinks his ale.
I just start crying.
Ugh.
I just
I'll,
Right.
cry.
I'll help trim back up, get her seated down, and then I'll just take one of the other mugs and put it in front of her. Be like,
I
"Here,
don't want it. I just don't want the teenager to be an alcoholic.
he'll grow out of it." And he's like 200. He'll be fine.
I'm just crying and sobbing.
Uh,
Everything's releasing. I'm sobbing. Everything's ruined.
I'm just gonna be like, pat you on the back and like slide the mug closer to you.
The whales have started. Ah!
Huh. Okay. Instead of 1 gallon of ale, you could also get yourself a pitcher of wine.
Yeah, I'd rather have a gallon of left.
No, we'll stick with the ale.
All right. So after your surprisingly filling breakfast of ale, bread, and cheese, you head out on the road.
Yep.
All right.
I made a mistake. I fixed it.
Okay.
Okay, so while traveling on Trade Way in between Daggerford and Waterdeep, it's got a similar hustle and bustle that you guys remember, including Rena.
Mm-hmm.
And you see postage carriers riding back and forth. You're all in the car, and you make it to. Uh, it's an uneventful day. You make it to the Thunderlock bar. By the time it hits evening. What do you guys do? Do you stop at this inn or do you ride on? Because this is like,
Only a 2-day.
if you ride through the night, you can arrive at Waterdeep in the early morning, but you will have had to ride all night.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
sure.
Okay.
Unless it's the day that we're coming back for or did we already do the championships?
No, that's in a couple months.
Oh, a couple months still? Okay.
Yeah. It's hold on, let me actually check. Because it might actually be time for you to watch somebody else do another one.
Tuh.
I just wanted to check my calendar here.
I mean, we can always go and try and earn some more money.
I'm thinking maybe we should do that after we get Zaris back to life.
So actually, it was 2 days ago. Was the night that they had another big competition.
Oh,
So that wouldn't be this night. You know they hold it once a week, and you were there on the 5th, and today is the 14th.
Okay.
All right. So you guys ride on through the night.
Yep.
Okay. So you're able to get there in early morning, but staying awake through the night, especially on a road, is not exactly comfortable. So you are a little fatigued, and I'll take 1 point of exhaustion.
Totally worth it.
Eh. Not the first time.
Yeah.
Won't be the last.
Where do you take exhaustion in D&D Beyond?
I don't know. I never used it.
Exhaustion.
Yeah.
Let me
Make note of it, I guess. I don't know.
No, there's a thing. Give me one moment and I'll tell you about it. Let me pull up a character that's not dead.
Haha.
Aw,
Good.
I
aw.
found it.
Okay.
Conditions.
Yeah. And then when you click on it, it'll
It updates.
apply. Yeah.
Okay. So you get to Waterdeep. It's you deal with like traffic. You know, you have to be waved in. They check your cart. And
Oh no.
what?
Don't mind us. Just dead body coming through.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me
That we had a dead body with us?
that they
forgot we had a dead
probably
body?
have a few questions for that.
He was our friend? I mean, what are they gonna do? Confiscate it?
They may, either escort you or request that, escort you directly to the temple if they don't believe you or something. They don't want necromancy in the
It's a
bad,
real dead body, we swear. It's not fake.
real fake doors.
That's chill, but we still need the gem. And we can explain that.
Okay. Oh man, I am running out of caffeine.
I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah. I gotta be up in like 7 hours.
Big oof.
yeah. Let's call it at 10. I say. Everyone all right with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm game.
Okay.
I was planning to do that anyway.
Okay. So, as you are shifting through the lines, you get up to the front gate. It's the incredibly large wall is casting a shadow over you guys now, and you feel all of you that are still alive shiver a little bit, just like from the intimidating presence of this giant wall. They look over your cart. They ask that state your business.
Bringing out our dead? No, I'm not saying that out loud. Sorry.
We need a gem, and we need a cleric or a priest, because our friend is dead.
Sorry for your loss. Do you have a patron that you had in mind?
Not really, no.
Not
Do I have
picking
a
that guy?
patron in mind?
The cheapest one.
Maybe
The,
Patron of cheap resurrection. What could go wrong?
It's kind of like, medical surgeries. You don't necessarily want the cheap one.
Oh, that'd be the Necromancers Guild. What could go wrong? I mean, he's
What?
technically back. He's technically back alive.
well, I'm not alive.
He might not, have a brain, have a soul or anything, but I mean, it's up and moving. What more did you want?
I mean, hell, you can even give him simple commands and he follows suit.
He laughed at Finn's comment, but as you guys continued on, you see like the smile, like kind of like fade away from his face.
Oh.
Of Jim Carrey give. Okay.
Seek out the clerics of El Mater. They might be able to help.
Would and I can't remember his name. Zaris' friend, the druid. Would he?
Lucas.
Lucas. would he have any place, or is he even responding yet to where he would have a suggestion?
He has
Since
been basically catatonic.
What kind of a hey Lucas buddy, and kind of like get his attention kindly because he's going through a really shitty time.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at you with like vacant eyes.
Look, man, we're trying to do everything we can to bring him back, but you know much more about the city than any of us do. Do you have any suggestions on where we should go, or who Zaris would prefer that we went to?
I was only and Zaris was only associated with the Concord. We we only studied nature magic.
Okay. Is there anybody in your group that might know, or have any suggestions on who we should go to?
You could ask Push. Push knows a lot.
Who was pushed? I wasn't there for the tree.
The guy with the all the dirt samples.
Wait, did you run into him in the Daggerford? I think, or was that just Zaris and Finn?
I think that was just us two.
Weren't
Okay.
they getting dirt samples or something?
Yes, he was getting dirt samples from the plague.
Yeah, that was the Zaris and then, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So you've never met him.
No.
I'll be right back. Go ahead and keep talking.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't really associate with the clerics. I suggest we go to what the guard said.
Okay. Not a problem, man.
Sure.
Here, drink a little bit of something. You don't have to drink it all. Just get something in your system.
He looks at Ringlet. He's like, "Aren't you a cleric?"
Yeah, but I ain't doing. I'm not doing any resurrections.
Yeah, no. But would you know anybody?
Oh, not here.
Where are you from?
Oh, it's from the Temple of Eldath.
Where's that?
That was in the I'm trying to remember the damn name of it.
High Forest.
The High Forest.
Isn't that where the orcs were from?
High Forest is a very big place. Very dense, very wooded. Big forest.
The guards waved me through.
Yeah, we're going in, obviously. So
Yeah.
I figured that we were already on the move, like heading in.
Well, like the guard stopped you for a brief exchange to say sorry for your loss, and all that. And recommend you go to El Martyr. Oh,
Wow, it would be really easy to be a necromancer here.
Yeah, thank goodness none of us are, right?
yeah.
Needs more uncomfortable laughter.
I need to start drinking coffee for these.
We just need more hay.
That too.
Why not both and just get a Ford Loco?
Because I can have an Irish coffee instead.
Yeah, but that's not like $3.
Depends on how much you put in there.
Okay.
Yeah, carry on, Logan.
So when you get inside the city walls, the familiar sights and smells of bustling crowds and just sewage and all the lovely things associated with a large-sized city in the medieval period.
Can't be any worse than the dead body next to us.
Yeah, he's not too ripe yet. So you guys have entered from the south side of the city. You guys, what do you do?
Did the guards tell us where that place was that they were talking about?
Not really. They just, you guys didn't ask, and they just mentioned that place by name.
Oh, damn.
Okay. We should probably get some direction to that area as a first starting point.
That
Do
or
you
look for
go?
a sign or something. So we asked for directions, Logan.
Okay. Do an investigation check.
Well, damn.
Wait, investigation. That's not.
You want all of us to do one, or just
Everybody that's actually asking.
Very well.
mine's no good.
I got 12.
17.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you all approach people, but it appears that Rena has the most people skills and is actually able to get the relevant information. Also, looking at street signs and etc. So, you guys head towards the center of town. Now, you've been in the historic district before, where it was a bunch of the really old buildings, and this one is right next to that, almost like I said before, in the center. And this is where they keep uh, more of their religious structures, their government buildings, places where people come to gather and congregate. They seem to have been planned to be in the center.
Very
All
nice.
right.
I guess we knock on the door.
Yeah, you looking around for the Temple of Elmada. You see a sign that looks like two hands bound with cord together in front of the door.
Do we know what this Elmara or whatever religion or god or whatever is about?
Make a religion check.
I can do that.
Yeah, you got this one. I'm no good with
No,
it.
I do not have that one.
Neither do I.
I had a 1.
Oh, I might be better than one.
Oh, 5.
Well, with my 1,
Oh.
it would be 5.
Well, I rolled a 15, which takes me to religion at 16. I have a +1, and that's it.
Okay, so Zaris knows that El Mater is officially the god of endurance.
You mean Abbott,
Uh,
because Zaris is dead.
Yep, sorry, I'm very sick.
Good.
It's all good.
I mean, he
I
might
think
know
we all
story,
are.
but
I can't wake up at 5:30 and do these very well.
why are you up so early?
So that way I can leave work early.
Wait, I thought they closed Metalsa.
No, they didn't close Matulsa, they limited production.
Ah,
And I'm working from home anyways. And the point of me going into work so early is so that way I can get home early, so that way I can play with Anderson.
so if you're working from home, I'm trying to
I
figure
can't do work when Anderson's awake
out.
because he's very distracting.
Fair enough.
Um,
Voices.
so officially, El Mater, God of Endurance. This is all stuff that Abbott knows. You know that the clerics that tend to come from that worship him are tend to be lawful uh, and are in the domain of life.
Oh, good.
That's
Because
optimistic.
we're looking for life.
At least it's not
Yeah.
made of death or something. What could go wrong?
I mean, the only bad thing I can see about this is if they're crazy zealous about the cycle of life thing, where, oh no, what's dead should stay dead. In which case, we might have an issue.
All right. So knock on the door.
Doom, doom, doom. You knock using the big brass knocker on the front door,
Okay.
and
Your voice.
um, are you okay, Laura?
I think she had headphones plugged in.